how did you meet Cube, and what was it like to work with him?
Well, I mean, after we started working with Eazy and did stuff with Rand, word got out that these white boys had some heat, and we knew that Eazy and Cube, we kind of course, it was Eazy who brought us over. So, but Cube was, of course, also a big idol of ours. So, to pay respect to Eazy, we went to Eazy and we said, Eazy, would it be cool if we were to submit some tracks to Cube? Because, if it would be all right with you, we really want to work with him. And Eazy was just cool. He was like, of course, just do your thing. I mean, as long as you keep giving me some heat, you should go out there and handle your business. So we sent Cube some tracks, and Cube liked them right away. So he came over and we chopped it up and started talking, and then we just went to the studio, and working with Cube was, everybody knows that Eazy technically wasn't the greatest rapper on earth. He had something else going for him. But Cube, on the other hand, had his stuff locked down in a certain manner that, you can only dream of. I remember coming in to the studio, and we laid the track, because back then, of course, you laid it on 24 track. And we laid the track, and the first thing he did, and this was like 93, he came out with a small video recorder that had a certain line from a movie he wanted to be as the intro. And he said he was very specific. I want this and this, and I want it in the beginning of the track, and I want it like that. So we sampled it and put it in there. And then when he was ready to do his vocals, he took up machine-typed lyrics and brought it into the studio and into the booth. And everything he did in one take. And the track was finished 10 minutes later. And he looked at us. He was like, all right, make it sound good, and left. And we looked at each other like we were touched by a higher force, because we could not believe that after 10 minutes he had already done a track, recorded it, listened to it, and left the studio. So that was working with Cube. Cube was just being so professional. He was just being so on point with his stuff that it was ridiculous. So working with him, I would say I don't think I've worked with any rapper that was more prepared and more on point than Cube was. He was amazing.
So when you told Eazy you're going to work with Cube, he was all cool with it, huh?
There was no problem. And Eazy was like that. I mean, that is why his legacy is what Eazy's legacy is today. I mean, that is why Eazy, if you look at, one thing is that he was the reason why there is a Dr. Dre today, and he's the reason why there's a legacy around Straight Outta Compton. But if you look at just the people that he discovered, he discovered Will.i.am. We did Will.i.am's first track ever. And he knew this. I remember Will and his group, and they did not look gangster. They were on a totally different path, and it was at times kind of weird to see, and how they would fit in. But Eazy knew. He knew that Will.i.am had something. He knew that he was talented, and that just goes to show that Eazy, he had a sense that not many people have, and that is why Eazy has his legacy today, because he had that foresight.
Yeah, even back then, and Will.i.am didn't take off till years and years after that, so he knew all the way back then. Wow, so you produced the first track for the Black Eyed Peas?
Yeah. Back then,
Wow.
it wasn't Black Eyed Peas. It was called Ant Clan.
Yeah. Which later they formed the Black Eyed Peas. But you got to work with Will.i.am right at the beginning. Did you ever imagine that his career would take off to the heights that it did?
I mean, no. I mean, Eazy could. I couldn't. But you know, you could see that the brother really had something, and he was lyrical, and he had a determination that was rare. But you know, I didn't really look at him and thinking, well, you're going to work with Michael Jackson one day.